In this video, we're going to be focusing on how to do full move-in, move-out inspections for residential real estate using zInspector. In the zInspector main menu, you've got the standard photo inspection mode where you'll use that for most common visits, maintenance issues, leasing issues, or just anytime you're visiting a property for miscellaneous purposes. The new property mode new property in quick mode will be primarily for contractors who need to create a new property in their system, but they're really going in for a specific area. Like, let's say they're just going to be fixing a pool, for instance. In the property management inspection mode, that's what we're going to be focusing on here today, and that's where you'll do your complete move-in or move-out reports. And whenever you do a move-in or move-out reports, you're likely going to want to create the property using the full mode. And in that, you can completely define the property, everything from the bedrooms, bathrooms, kitchens. If you want, you can even include attic, crawl space, pool, or other relevant areas. Since we've gone through how to create properties in other videos, we're going to be focusing here on going directly to the property management inspection mode. So I'm tapping on that icon. Now, another thing to look at here, if you want to look at your old inspections, you click on timeline and you can easily find all your old inspections. You can even search by property type. So you'll click on this here to create a new inspection, or if you had happened to be in the middle of inspection, they can take a long time, you got pulled away, and you need to resume an inspection, you can click this here, and anything that's still in progress will show up there. Now, the code that we use, the legend is N is news, S is satisfactory, D for damaged, and O for other, and the other is similar to what's in actions in the photo inspection mode, and that triggers things like cleaning required, maintenance required, or other things where you need to take some action. If you'd like to keep it as just other, you can just select other as well and then use it for your own purposes. So let's move forward and do an inspection. So you first need to select your property from your available property list. So here I can start typing in. It's going to find things based on what I've entered in as part of my search. If there are tenants present, you can enter in their names, and then you pick whether you're doing a move-in or move-out. Some of you may choose to use this feature when doing a pre-inspection as well, but many of you will not. So here we're doing a move-in inspection, and here we go. So we've got all the different areas associated with the property. Now, since this is really for testing and for demonstrations, I just have a handful of areas here. In reality, even a relatively simple property, you're going to have a lot more areas. Laundry room, you may have others like personal property, systems, safety, and so forth. But these here we can really demonstrate how it works. So on the arrow here is when you expand this area. So this is the bathroom master, and let's say this was just completely gutted and it's all brand new, and so I can just simply hit all and it's new, and you can see I've got a green checkbox here, or green check mark, and now I'm done with this particular area. But let's say I do notice that even though it was new, that on the wall I see some scuff marks, and I probably need to do some touch-up painting, and maybe it was from one of the contractors that went afterwards. So I can put in here, it says need some paint touch-up due to scuff marks likely caused by contractor. Let's just say that's what we're putting in. Now, if you can see that here in this box, it darkened, and that says that I've typed in something. You don't have to type in a comment, but you can go through and put comments here all throughout. And let's say on the windows here, looks very nice, or whatever else you want to put in there. And then you tap this here and you can just start taking photos. And let's say if you take 5 photos, then in that number there will be changed from 0 to 5. So you can keep track of how many photos you took and we call these details. These are details of this particular area. And you can scroll down here, and let's say, this bathroom actually does not have an exhaust fan. It just uses the window. So I want to exclude this from the search. So I'm going to exclude that. And so when I do this and I upload this, this line will not be here. If it's grayed out, it just simply will not be there as part of the inspection. And let's say, and there's also one for other, and let's say I can mark that off. Now, in reality, you're going to be going through these and taking photos and writing notes down on all these different ones, so it takes a long time to actually perform this actual inspection. Now, you don't have to do this, but when you're done, you can collapse this and collapse this area. And then you'll proceed through all your other areas, and let's say everything else is looking good. And of course I could go through and do the same type of thing as well and say, for instance, other repairs required, and this here needs a screen. Okay. And let's say that's good as well. So I've gone through, and you can see I've got check marks by all my different areas, and I can put in just miscellaneous comments. Property looks very good overall. A few minor issues. Tenants appear happy. Okay, or whatever comments you want. Now we've actually, when you hit continue, we provide here a spot for you to do one final set of comments if you want to type in something else, and you can come up with your own processes for how you'd like to do this. Now when you hit continue, you are actually going to be submitting the report at that time, and the report will be processed based on on how you configured your standard report options. If you didn't do anything, the report will just automatically go to your email address, but you can set it up to go to other things as well, like Evernote and so forth. Now you can use this if you want to just send a copy to another email address or to the tenant or whoever else you choose, and an additional copy will go to this email address, and you can put in multiple email addresses here and separate them with a comma, and it pops up there to make room for the virtual keyboard on your phone. So at this point, I'm going to hit continue because I'm done. This report is done. You can see there a queue of 1. It's submitting. Now once here the queue goes to 0, that means everything's been submitted and it's up on the server. And so if I'm going to now pull up on my server, on my email, you can see here it is. I've got this report, 123 Jones move-in report. It was automatically emailed to me. I can download this, and I can see this, or I can do this on my phone, or certainly my computer. And you can see I've got both the condition report for all the different details, whether there are any actions like painting required, and all my different comments. Now since I did it from the mobile emulator, it's kind of difficult to take photos, but all the photos will start down here on a separate page, and they're grouped by area, and then each photo is labeled with the detail associated with that photo. And so you can then print out just the first few pages of this report without the photos, or you can have this report then with all of your photos as well. Okay, so now this also is all stored then forever in your zInspector account. So the easiest way to find that is you click on My Timeline, and you'll see your most recent items. And so here it is, 123 Jones. I did a move-in inspection, and I can click on this, and it's really not, this is kind of all the different details. If I'd taken photos, those photos would be up here at the top, but I can run this report again, and guess what? I'm going to get another report here, and I've got that exact same report, so I can reprint it out. In the mobile app, you can also do move out reports, they function almost identical, except they don't have the option for new, in that you're going to either mark it as satisfactory or damaged, and you can use that for determining your security deposit deductions. If you've got any issues or comments or feedback or improvements or feature requests, please email support@zInspector.com, and we look forward to serving you. Thank you.